logo on the wall for their background. And then for the group shot, I'll do that right there. So yeah, if we can do those three, that'd be great. All right, we're gonna take some stuff in. Got a few minutes till the class is out, and then we're gonna see about 50 or 60 8th grade boys coming through. So I think we got 5 minutes till the bell rings. And so what we're gonna do is just kind of pull everything in. They're letting the bleachers out for me, and also gonna let the goals up, so that way there's nothing kind of abstract, just random in their background, which is amazing. So really nice of them. Coaches here are pretty cool. This is River Valley Middle School, by the way. We'll talk some more about it in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and bring some more things in. So this is set up for the group shots right here. Gonna do obviously 2 lights, right, with umbrellas. Coach. Yeah. All right, so can use the red. Red lines as the markers. Do a little bit of a crossing light. So just a hair. A little bit of a crossing line will go up to about right there. To about there. All right. So I've got a quick decision to make. First, this is not really centered, so we have midcourt here. If I look at it, the bleachers aren't really symmetrical, right? And I love symmetry. I'm, math teacher, all that sort of stuff, and it just looks good in pictures. So what I'm going to do is probably have this be the middle, right here. So these stairs will be my middle, and to help kind of cover that, we'll do standing shots instead of sitting. So instead of them sitting here, here, and here, I may have a kneeling row, and then they will stand. Let's see, will that work? They stand and there's kneeling. Try to put somebody here to cover that in front of it. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing, is just trying to do that where they're all standing. I've got to adjust my height, obviously, and just kind of make sure I can light it well. Probably about 4 or 5 rows to keep it more of a squarish rectangle instead of going really wide. Most of my prints are going to be for a group. It's probably going to be about an 8 by 10. So that means it needs to be close to a square and not go really wide. Then it's going to end up with a lot of space up at the top or something if I decide or I let it get too wide on me. So actually, you know what? There's about 30 kids per group. If I do 4 rows, about 7 apiece, something like that, give them a little bit of space because they have pads on, then that should actually be pretty solid. With them standing right there, I'm pretty sure I can pull that off decently. So that's kind of talking through the group shots. Settings we'll talk about a little bit later, but I also need to do a quick check on what I want to do for individuals. So I like to do environmental individual shots, meaning I don't like to do a background. I don't like to do a pop-up background if I can help it. So really, really nice gym if you take a look. I mean, very clean, really, really cool spots to actually use as background. So I see the flag and the River Valley Middle School background, like right there. I know there's an exit sign. I think they'll be okay with that. I would think so. So what I'm thinking is I've got to frame this to where that is behind them, right? And so kind of over shoulder is what I'm trying to do. So I've got to go get my other camera. I've got 2 separate cameras, one for my groups, one for my individuals, so I can just kind of grab and go and not really spend a lot of time switching things over. That just really hurts you. So I'm going to frame it, and whatever I frame, that's what I'm rolling with. So I can't really second guess it. Just get all my stuff out of the way. And I'll be doing a lot of talking here, but I think if I can pull this off as the background, The flag's so high up there that it's gonna have a piece of the flag, kind of. So I'm trying to frame this kind of where it's over your shoulder and take a look at how that works. All right, obviously there's no light to it or anything, but what I'm going for is something kind of like that, right there where it's over the shoulder. And that's not bad, but I'd like it a little bit closer. So I think I'm gonna try standing right here. So if you'll stand right there at the bottom of the M. So I really want that. Yeah, yep. So if I was shooting here, then that's gonna give me a pretty good idea of how to do that. So, boom. It's still a lot higher, it's a little too tall. So for cropping, I'd want it more over the shoulder. Have another option that I might explore, which is really just using the floor instead. So if I were to be back here on the sideline, this blue line here, and they're in the middle of the M, then I can use the bleachers as the background, which, bless you, which they are basketball bleachers, but I don't think they're really gonna care too much if the image turns out pretty solid. And so that's kind of what I'm going for, is maybe something that would crop, obviously, and rotate a little bit. But if I have the bleachers in the background, that's a pretty solid background. So I said I was just gonna set things up and just kind of roll with it, right? What I think would be the easiest thing to light probably would be here, doing the middle, because then I could also do a kneeling shot and a standing shot. So figure this out pretty quickly. Boom. So today the theme is forgetfulness, because number one, I forgot order forms at home. I printed like 15 of them because none of the online pre-orders had come in. So the coach already has a copy. So I mean, that's okay. Just I would have liked to have printed copies. And I also forgot my big umbrella for one of my lights. So when I say big umbrella, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about 3 times that size. And that's a really, really big soft light that I like to use. So we'll have to make it work. I can still make it work. I just have to use extra lighting. And that's just kind of how it is, right? So, and yes, we are now at middle school. So I'm picking up my volume because you can probably hear in the background, we're not alone, right? So this is part of the process. It's just what it is. Soon there will be like 60 8th grade football players in here too. So can't really be afraid to be around people and a little bit of craziness and do volume photography, because that's just kind of what it is, right? So what I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna use the camera as my subject here, going there. So if this guy is kind of what I'm focusing on. All right. I know how to light a group shot pretty easily. I just want to see how I'm going to do this for the individual. I want a hair light, which should go here. Okay, and go up. So I'd want that. And then I would do one light to be my main here, probably a little bit closer to there. And this is gonna be my main light, so I'm gonna turn up the power on it a little bit more than the other. So it's at 1/16, I'm gonna go to 1/8. And we'll kind of see, I might have to go up on that, we'll see. Okay, so that's 1/8. Angle them down just a hair. Boom. Okay, that's gonna be my hair light. I'm gonna go ahead and put another light on this side as a fill. So it's not gonna be as bright, but because I don't have my big umbrella, I can't get the soft light I want on it with one light, so I gotta go with 2, and that's just what it is. So I can still get a good solid light off of it, but I'm gonna have to work a little bit harder. So that's just kind of what I'm doing. All right, if I have them at the bottom of the M instead of in the middle, and I shoot here, then I'm just gonna test away, see how that looks. We'll go at an angle to get more of the blue. That's gonna look kind of nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go there and there. Okay. Huh. All right, so this is my cue. This is where they're gonna stand, right here. And it's a nice, easy spot. X marks the spot, right? So that's just visually for me right now. And so if that was the case, and this guy is here, we will do a quick idea of how the M looks behind him, right? So if it's here, at the point of the M, that looks okay. The M is so large that it's not really gonna be, I think, a key part of it. Got a few choices to make here. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my light, test everything. Those are on. This guy is set to slave. There, and it's gonna go 1/8. All right. I need a subject that's actually gonna move, so Ben, I'm gonna ask you to do something for me here. Okay. I'm going for the bleachers because I think there's a little more character to the background than that. It's just too much plain white. And so if you would stand kind of over the circle there, gonna do a test of how this looks for you. A tight shot there. All right, so we're there. I've got to go down, adjust my settings a little bit. There, F5, go down to 2. All right, one more time. Let's see. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So that's what we're kind of working with right there, lighting wise. Even with the hat on, I mean, you got solid lighting, very, very little shadow. That's what we're working for. So, all right. I think I've got an idea. Here, I'm gonna grab some tape, mark where my lights are. So that way, when I'm going back and forth, I have my markers and I can just flip-flop if I need to. I would love to be able to do the group shots all together and then individuals, but a lot of times what happens is, hey, we'll do the A team, right, and then we'll do the B team. And so that's just kind of what I have to deal with. And so I'm gonna mark things. That, I believe, turned out really, really solid. So I'm gonna have you go back to the middle. So about 2 big steps back, Ben. 1, 2. So the middle of the M, and then take a knee, like right there. So I think that will look a little more solid. Let's see. Can I light a shot where, okay. Okay, so it's not too bad. Not too bad there. So lighting on the face is still pretty good, right? And so if I had to bump it up a little bit, I could put the helmet right down by the feet, and I just create a little bit more space for that. So I think, let's do a standing shot there also. And I'll probably have to push up the light a little bit closer, but overall, I found my combination. So even, yeah, like right there. All right, well, now I know what I'm doing. I just gotta mark a few things and look like I'm organized when they come in. And we'll start the madness in just a few minutes. It's 3:20. We're gonna create an X to mark the spot for my light right here. And I can adjust it a little bit. I'm gonna take one big step up. And that's where this light goes. Another X for this light. Now, I am saying all of this in my mind. I'm thinking middle school. I'm gonna make sure it's simple as possible as far as the process for them when they come through for individuals. And if I have to have them stand in the middle, Then here are my markers. So, all right, they're even with this guy right here. If we do a kneeling shot, then I would probably want them going towards the main light. So.
Do you have to do anything with those? Like, do you see those?
So if I do the kneeling shot and it's a vertical, then I don't actually get those in there. So I'm framing out at 70 millimeters right here, and I don't have those in there. They're not even, so they're, so just a little bit. There's a tiny, tiny bit where it's showing right there, which it would crop out anyway because I'm gonna crop it to a 4x5 and it's just gonna push in some. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that was a great question though, because you definitely don't want that. You definitely do not want that in the photo. That's simple enough to do a quick correction on, but I don't want to do too much computer work, you know?
Right.
So, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more adjustments on camera here. 160 f4, I'll go up to, actually what I should do is go up on my light. So that's gonna be the best thing to do. If I go up on my ISO to 200 and then test it. Would you stand in the middle, hold that for me? That's gonna be my white card balance as well. Ooh, okay. All right, we got that. Okay. Oh, flip it around. It's got the gray that I need, so there you go. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Lighting looks pretty solid. So that's my gray card, white card. It's got all the colors on there, just for color correction, basically. And I don't always use it, but when I remember and I have the time, I will. And so we're set up. They're not in here yet. I think they're about to be on the way. So I had the time, and we're gonna roll with it that way. Quick note, I'm shooting at, my shutter's at 160, aperture's f5, ISO is 200. So I do have a little bit of an exposure adjustment on the camera as well, but that's kind of the basic settings. I have my main light a little bit higher than this one, so this is my fill light, which is at 1/16, and then my main light is at 1/8. And at that power, I can take a few thousand photos without the light really having any problems. I do have my speed light here with a little bitty grid for my backlight, and he should be set also at 1/8. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, so it's at 1/8, and that's just to kind of give me that little rim light and make sure if they turn a little too much, that it doesn't go straight to shadow, right? And so there's a little light back there for that. Yeah, okay. So overall, I have to remember when I do the group shots that these need to be even. So that's gonna be a little bit of a twist, and we'll just kind of see. What I'm gonna do is leave my camera here, and I'm thinking, if I were to do, I like the middle of the M because it has the red and the blue. If I go too far forward, the red's just kind of randomly on the sides, but then there's a little red that leads to them. If I can get a ball, oh, I have a ball, haha, I came prepared. So if we do that right there, and then they're up, and then those are with the ball, right? So, all right, I gotta do a quick test, come on here. All right. Take a knee right behind the helmet for me. Take a knee. Yeah. There you go. All right. All right. There you go. That's good. That's good. All right. One sec. All right. If you do one to smiling, you know, it'd be all right, you know? So, all right. So that's good. That's what we're going to start off with. All right. All right. That's my test. Listen real quick. I'm going to walk you through this. So that way, it's gonna go pretty quick. There are a lot of you guys, and I know I gotta get this done, okay? So, first shot is the kneeling shot you just saw right there, okay? Helmet's gonna stay there. We're not picking it up. It's not gonna show in the standing pictures. We're doing one kneeling, that shows the helmet, we pop up, then we're doing a couple with the ball. Make sense so far? Yes? All right, good. Okay, we're gonna do one left angle, one right angle, and then you're done. Should be done in 30 seconds or less. Okay, so right-handed, left-handed. Right, all right. Okay, 2 quick things about the ball. When you're holding it, laces up, okay? And make sure I can see the name on the outside. So if you're gonna hold it, there, boom, okay? Try not to cover your number also. So sorry, that's 3 things. I said 2, right? So that's perfect. And we're gonna do kind of facing a little bit of angle, just like that. Hey, when you're kneeling, make sure your back is straight. Don't hunch over and do this, then I can't see the number, okay? So back straight. There you go. It's good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Standing. Up. Okay. Left or right hand, whichever. There you go. And then a little bit lower so we can see. So relax it a little bit. You got them way up here, just kind of like right here. Just kind of relax it. There you go. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Good. Opposite side. There. Both hands. Just hold both hands. Just like that. Good. Turn a little bit more towards me. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. Actually, bring your left shoulder to me. Turn right there. I want to make sure I can see River Valley every time, okay? Got it. Other way. Right there. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Got it. All right. All right, I'm doing a lot of squats. I'm going to be really sore, but the pictures turn out good. So there you go, right behind the helmet. There you go. Scoot back. There it is. Okay, don't lunge. Bring him back. Bring him back. There you go. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead. Up. Cool. Right down the middle. Down the middle. On the line. Down the middle, over, come on, you got it. Right down the middle. You should be right over the middle of the line. There you go, now we turn. That's it, right there. 3, 2, 1. Good, opposite direction. There you go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead. Hey, in the back row, scoot in. You got too much extra space. Okay, I know he wants the jersey numbers to show. Is that what he's doing? So stay there. I'm going to move 60 or 22 over. Go back where you were. Good, you're good. All right, let's see. I see that space there, but we'll have to work with that. All right, here we go. 2 quick shots. 1 smiling, 1 not smiling. Okay? All right. Smiling first, smiling first. 3, 2, 1. Front row. Half of you guys are doing this, half are doing this, half are just doing this. So let's do hands together or hands on the knees. Everybody does the same thing. Figure it out real quick. Together? All right. Okay, 14. Your feet are coming in at an angle. Just go straight down. There you go. All right, here we go. Smiling shot. One more time. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Ah. All right, all right. All right, we're going to try it one more time. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Back row especially. 3, 2, 1. That'll work. That will work. All right, good. This one is not smiling, game face, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. Sit up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. That'll work. That will work. So that's pretty much it. Settings were pretty solid. Shooting with the lights and everything. Usually my shutter is around 160, 200. That way it freezes things enough. And then just drop my ISO down because I've got a good bit of light. I used 2 lights this time. And that seemed to work out pretty solid. I will bring my big umbrella tomorrow though, so that way I can work off of one light instead of 2. And be ready to do this first thing in the morning tomorrow. So I've got to get up, be here 7 o'clock, ready to go at 7 actually. So it's going to be an early morning tomorrow. Thanks for following along. Big shout out to Ben, 2024 Productions, just making this possibility, getting a chance to do some behind the scenes stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me as far as specifics, but I think that's good enough. We're good to go. I got to break down and get home to the family. It's 4:30, so have a good one.